Hi everybody, this is Big Benedict. Welcome back to the resumption of my God of War Ascension video guide walkthrough for Titan difficulty mode. So this is entitled The Foot of Apollo. There's several of these chapters that are called of Apollo, like the ribs of Apollo, the forearm of Apollo. The first thing you're going to grab in this chest, in this chest, it is a chest. It's the last decayed treasure chest. It's the 7th of 7, and it will get you the chest. I got chests on my mind. Can't blame you for playing this game though. It's going to give you the trophy entitled "If It Ain't Broke." So the trophy's not going to pop up because I already got it on my previous playthrough. I really enjoy this chapter. There's a lot of fun enemies to fight. It's the next chapter that I don't really care for. It's just because there's kind of there is a boss battle, and it's not about the boss battle really. But okay, so now we need to talk some strategy about these Amazonians, because we're gonna be facing a couple of these guys in like a narrow ass passage in the Trial of Archimedes. So if you need to practice these guys, now is your best chance to do so. Unfortunately, we got some lackeys though, so. They're the harpies, so I think I may even, contrary to what I said about using the R1 button a couple videos back, I'm just going to get these guys out of the way because I want to fight these guys on my own terms. And previous God of Wars have had arena challenge or like challenge arenas where you could just pick whatever enemy you want. You would normally have to do a bit of unlocking, but you could just go through the roster and select any enemy you want so you could practice them. It really was helpful for me on God of War 2. When I simply couldn't beat the Loom Chamber, so what I had to do was go to the challenge arena, select each enemy individually, and I even would pair them together to simulate the groups that were in the Loom Chamber fight so I could practice them, and it was a really good strategy. In this game, I don't believe there's an unlock like that, but I haven't beat this game on Titan mode, so I'm not aware of what unlocks exist. I imagine they don't have it. They didn't have any of the challenges, so I assume they don't have any of the other good stuff that was in the other games. It's a real shame. So we have these two harpies, and you notice the Amazonian or the Amazon lady. I guess they're more. I should probably say Amazons, but there's male and female versions of these guys, and they like to hop on the harpies up here in this battle. They have a lot of HP. They really do. I don't really remember in the Trial of Archimedes them having so much HP, but I know I had the blades at level 5 at that point when I was doing this on hard mode, and obviously, you know, they have less HP on different modes of play. But the thing about these guys is they're kind of like the Centaurs, the horsemen, because occasionally when you're fighting them, they'll just grab you, and it's all fine. It's not like a grab that damages you unless you fail the QuickTime event, because they'll grab you, and then you'll get a QuickTime button prompt, and you kind of spar with them, and if you press the QuickTime button, you'll damage them quite severely, and I'm not really sure about the penalty for failing it, but you really don't want to fail, especially on that Trial of Archimedes. But when I said they're like the Centaurs, it's because the Centaurs, they charge at you in a straight line, and if you're in their line of path, then you're going to get a QuickTime button, and it's actually really easy to deal with those guys. I think they appeared in God of War 3 for the first time. They're a really cool enemy, but they have that staff, and but basically, if you're not near them, they like to charge at you. And it's really they're not hard enemies, just as these Amazonians aren't that hard. I don't think they do any attacks that you can't block, quite honestly. I know the Centaurs have a move you can't block, but I just wanted to get these fucking lackeys out of the way. So now they're out of the way, now I can just focus on these guys. These guys also do that discard throw that you can do, so watch out for that, because you need to be out of the way of that. I don't believe that can be blocked. But as you can see, I just did a nice parry on her. And just flinging her around a bit. She gave me some gold orbs. They always give you like either magic or gold. That's what I was getting from these guys. And you could also press L3 and R3 in the air if you didn't know. So she's ignited right there. And I want to see if she grabs me here, because I know we're going to be facing another Amazon woman with some Centaurs. Don't rid yourself of that club though. You need the club if you're going to try to get that trophy. because it's a good opportunity to get that trophy. Okay, see right there? She just grabbed me, and the bad thing about that is that you kind of have to. She doesn't telegraph it all too well, and if you're just getting grabbed all of a sudden, you may not be in that kind of mode for where you're kind of expecting it. So that could mean a QuickTime button failure on your part. So I'll have to look into that a little bit more and find out some info about failing that QuickTime event. But that's a cool animation. That's a cool execution he does for her. So I think now we need to destroy this. This stand right here, so just hammer home right here. But seriously, the Trial of Archimedes, it's not that bad. I haven't played it on Titan mode because I simply haven't gotten there yet. But it's one of those things where it's been completely over exaggerated, and at least there is. Okay, don't swap out for that weapon right there, by the way. Unless you want that weapon, you've already got the trophy, or you simply don't want the trophy. But at least there is something challenging that I'm looking forward to playing this game. It's still fun. I'm not saying it's not fun. It's just that it's really been dummied down a lot. The challenges really have. Okay, so this is the part where we're going to have some harpies. Cool kind of tilted camera perspective there. Okay, what do we have here? Okay, the harpies. Sorry about the little edit right there. Unavoidable. So I'm going to take my club out, and then I'm going to hit that guy, and right there, I think that action that I did right there was what the trophy wanted me to do. Because actually I know it was, because the trophy pops up right here. Swinger. It's a bronze level trophy. So I think it's just, you got to kill somebody with one hit. To get that trophy, so you obviously you want to find an enemy that has low HP. Okay, and then for the duration of this battle, I think I just spammed the triangle ×3 move. And then we're going to be going into, I think the next battle is with some Centaurs and the Amazonian. It's a really fun battle, really fun. Okay, so it looks like we need to press a QuickTime button over here, or probably press the R1 button. A lot of the deaths that I have and continue to have are just, unexpected stuff like that happening. So hang on, jump to this cable here, and I think this is going to send us down to the next area where. Okay, where are we? Oh no, this is God, these sirens are so bad. One of my subscribers today told me that you could block I already knew you could block the projectile attacks that they throw from their hands, but I'm pretty damn sure you cannot block you can't also block that scream they do too, for obvious reasons. But the area of effect attack that they do, that on the ground that they do, I don't, there's no way you can block that. So, I hate to go magic heavy sometimes, but these guys are a real nuisance. I actually go quite magic heavy in the next video too. I think by default they always start you out with health and magic though, all the way filled up whenever you restart a chapter, I think. I'm not sure though. I think I'm wrong about that though, unless you have like data you've overwritten on a file. But sometimes I restart from a checkpoint and they fill my health up entirely. Not the case for the magic, but the health is definitely that case. So this is a really long video, but it's such enjoyable. I was having so much fun playing this. What what Santa Monica does really well is lighting. I like in this game that there's not so many going in dim caves. That was really bad. It was understandable because in the third game you had killed the sun god, and the sun was gone because he was the epitome of the sun. he was the sun. So the world really went dim. So many dim areas. Like I would turn the brightness, and I have the brightness up all the way in this game too. But there's a lot more brighter settings in this game. I like that more, really do. I don't know, just because I like visibility. I like being able to see stuff. I hate having to be dependent on the head of Helios so much. So there's a classic example of how they're hiding a chest there. They can't fool me though. So get yourself some health right there, and then we're gonna need to turn this wheel here by tapping the O button. Oh yeah, I remember this now. Then that's gonna shoo out a platform to stand on. Was that really necessary? Couldn't they just have lowered this platform that we're going to be jumping up on just so we could jump up without needing that? A little bit unnecessary, I think, but... oh, okay. This is where I started. This is where my first session of the day began, right over here. So we're jumping on these cogwheels here. And there's a really easy chest to overlook, although if you do a double jump over here, you could really see it right there. So just jump up right here. Just don't forget to grab this though, and then from up here you can jump to the other side safely. So yeah, a lot of hidden items in this part of the in this neck of the woods. So so even these bugs, they have elemental properties. These are Hades bugs since they're purple. It looks like we have a hive up on top of this area and then to the left. So definitely prioritize those hives. I don't think I even saw the hive above when I was playing this game. I see it now when I'm watching my own footage here, but I may have missed that. Let me see what happens. Okay, yeah, I damaged it just with my attacks right here. So some hidden items over here. A lot of bugs, so clear all these bugs. I apologize for having to spam this attack right there, but might as well do it when I got my rage meter up all the way. And you notice I didn't get the chest until all the bugs are gone. I like to earn my chests. Like I said in video number 2, I think it was. So, having earned my chest, now I'll go over there and get the chest that I just earned from beating that wave of enemies. Even though it was a rather easy wave, but still, a wave's a wave. There's also a chest to the right over here that's kind of concealed. And yeah, there's also chests. You see this chest right there on the bottom, kind of in the middle of the screen right there? Don't forget to get those too. I'll be getting them. I know I overlooked those on my first playthrough. So there's some magic for us and some health. There's the chest I mentioned. There's the you evade and then hold the triangle button to do that move if you're wondering what that was. Then jump on the cable. Yeah, I know I missed this. See, some of these are really obvious to people, but you know, and then the ones that aren't obvious are obvious to some people. It's just the way the world is, the way people's minds work. Okay, really cool fight over here. It's a hard one, but it's fun. This is really fucking fun. We have an Amazonian right there. I got a good parry to initiate the battle right there. And see that guy charged me. The attacks that he does with his staff are blockable and parryable. But if you want, you don't even have to really bother with meleeing with these guys too much. I like to fight them. I like to do a good honest fight. But for the most part, these guys are just going to charge you, just like they did in God of War 3. The stomp that they do with their staff. When I was playing God of War 3, they would stomp. They would do a stomp attack, like the hooves of the front hooves of the horse would do an attack, and it was parryable. I'm not sure I don't think it happened during this battle. I was trying to see if they would do it. But for the most part, they just ram you, and then you just press a quick time event, and it does really good damage. It really does. see how that guy a moment ago I wasn't in his direct line of path. That little bitch from the side, she threw those javelins, that javelin discard. Man, that was cheap right there. Gutting these guys is really fun, really gory. One of the gorier animations from the God of War series. They started it in number 3. I think I slay this guy right here. I think there's a couple quick time buttons too, like 3 of them, 2 or 3, maybe 4. 3, 4. Yeah, these guys are pretty big guys, and you take them out. Really gory. So really start practicing that, using the Amulet of Ouroboros. I think I only have it at level 1 right now, just because I thought I had upgraded it. But as you can see, I have plenty of orbs to upgrade it. This game doesn't save your purchases, so if you make a purchase and then die, it doesn't record that purchase that you did, which kind of annoying when you really want to commit to a purchase. So just do it right before you get to a save point or whatever. Unless you're fine with upgrading something every time you start a new checkpoint, especially if it's going to help you out during a battle. So took down the second Centaur right there. Now it's just me against the Amazonian. The next time I fight one of these gals, it might be a guy. I'm not really sure. They're pretty. No, it's a chick. I'm gonna purposely fail that quick time button event and see how much damage you get dealt. Okay, so yeah, I don't really understand this whole like getting 2 white halos and then a red halo. It should just be 1 white halo and then the next one should be the red halo. It just would make a lot more sense and expedite these battles a little bit more. Whenever you see someone doing that, think of Bic. I did the same thing in God of War 1 when I would use Poseidon's Rage. I think that's what the move was called, and I would always do the electricity attack even in the air. I would love to do it in the air more than standing on the ground because I just thought it looked a lot cooler. That might be in my clone battles video. I know I do it quite often there, and it's purely to show off. Of course, it's all about doing that. So she's gone, and now we're going up to another section up here, and we're going to be coming back to this whole area. And there's going to be a battle inside this furnace area, not to be confused with the actual furnace level. There's a level called the furnace, and there's a wave of enemies that you fight while you have because we don't have the clone with us now, but when we come back here we'll have the clone. He's the same guy from the Fear Kratos trial, so you could call him Fear Kratos or whatever you want. But there's a trophy for doing that battle in the next room without getting burned in the fire, and I'm going to do it. So I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to get that trophy. It can't be that hard. So there's a box below and above over here. I think there's an item chest up above, but obviously I can't hold any more items. Right there I was trying to kill the bird. Okay, so this room, it doesn't have anything. No enemies in it, but it does have flames. And I think this marks the end of the video upcoming. We're almost done. All you do is you stand on this thing, and I don't even think it hits you. You just stand here, and then you just go to do a double jump up here. There's a note to grab, as well as some more boxes up here. Okay, transitional scene. And then I think we're almost done with this chapter. This really reminds me of God of War 2, because in that game you were primarily on an island the whole time, and just so beautiful. It really was. And this game is no exception. So So when you get onto this last grappling point, remember to press the square button twice, and then we're going to be going into the next section, which is this area here. And for some odd reason, when you restart and you want to do the next chapter, they make you do this upcoming section. Also, I wanted to point out some orb chests up here. You don't need to get them because you can't. See those orb chests? Are they visible now? Yeah, see those ones? We will be coming to an area where we can get those. There will be in 2 videos from now, I believe. Yeah, I don't think there's any bats, or excuse me, any devil birds coming from these eggs here. But there are chests right here. You need to grab those, and I'll show you where they restart you every time. It's really odd. They need to patch that for sure. Stuff like that they should patch, not a trial that's fine to begin with. Okay, I think it's called the gauntlet. There's a gauntlet of something for the next level. Apologize, the name is eluding me right now. Yeah, but every time you want to start the next level, you have to do this battle for some reason, because I restarted a couple times. But for the remainder of this chapter, we're just slaying bugs. And you can also see that the nest up there, the wasp nest. So you want to take that out. I don't know if more bugs come out of those. I never really saw them come out. But that nest is definitely standing in the way of your platforming, so yeah, just kill everything, and then the next stage we have a kind of a pretty hard boss fight, but just kind of steel yourself for it, and I'll show you how to do it.